So again, just a reminder, what we're trying to do here is, let's say I give you a solution, a complex solution or imaginary solution, and I'm saying this is a solution to a quadratic equation, and you're like, I don't believe it. I want to double check this. Well, this is the second way of double checking this. And this way, when you want to use this, is when you're dealing with complex numbers, okay? Not just imaginary, but complex numbers, something that has a real and imaginary part. So an example would be 5 plus 4, or 5 plus 4i. Yeah, or 2 minus 3i, or something like that. When you got a complex number, it's really a pain in the butt. Sorry, I said butt. But I meant B-U-T, to put this 5 plus 3i into these x's here. It gets really hard to do and simplify it down. So what I would rather do, and you can use whatever method you want to, what I'd rather do is just solve it using something called the quadratic formula, which I've talked to you about before. And so to do that, what we first have to do is get the equation in standard form, because it's not in standard form. We have to get it there. So let's subtract the 10x from both sides and add 34 to both sides. Subtract 10x. Add 34, and so I got x squared minus 10x plus 34 equals 0. Okay, so I get the equation standard form. We can check that off our list. Next, we want to determine the a, b, and c. Well, in this situation, my a is equal to 1, my b is equal to negative 10, and my c is equal to 34. Okay, put the numbers into the quadratic formula. So we got to plug them into this right here and see what we get. So we got x equals negative b, so positive 10 plus or minus the square root of b squared, right? B squared, which is 100, because we got negative 10 squared is 100. B squared minus 4, a, which is 1, c is 34, for ac, all over 2a, all over 2 times a, which is this 1. So now let's go about simplifying this down. I got my x is equal to 10 plus or minus. What we're trying to do is see if this is a solution. Let's see if we can get there. 10 plus or minus the square root of 100. What's 4 times 34? 4 times 30 is 120. And then 4 times 4 is 16. 120 16 is minus 136. All over 2a. Okay, and so let's keep on simplifying. I got x is equal to 10 plus or minus 100. Okay, it's the square root of negative 36 all over 2. Oh, we're getting somewhere, guys. Can we get this? That's our goal. Can we get here? Let's see. This is, so I have x is equal to 10 plus or minus the square root of negative 36 is like, it's like 6i, right? Because the square root of negative 1 is I, that's this part, and the square root of 36 is the 6th part. That's all divided by 2. So we're dividing both these terms by 2. So I get 10 divided by 2, which is 5, and 6 divided by 2, which is 3i. 5 plus or minus, because I got to have the plus or minus, 3i. Is that this one? Is that one of these up here? Yeah, the plus version is. Therefore, oh, that's awesome. We found out. Yes, this is a solution. And pretty much what we did to make sure it was a solution is we used the quadratic formula, put the quadratic, the equation right here into the quadratic formula, simplified it down, and we got this, and we said this is the same as this. Therefore, it is a solution. So that is the flow of doing this. And this method, I like to use this method when we are trying to figure out if complex numbers, like this one, are solutions to a quadratic equation.